Welcome back to the great state of West New York. Today we're going to be working on amending the garden beds that we had started building in our previous video. As you can see, we've already laid down some sawdust and we've also put down some leaves. We're going to add some more leaves in and we'll get going with this project. Now these are just leaves that were bagged and left over winter. And we'll just throw them in. We'll mix them in with our soil and amend some of this, and then we'll get to planting. So we started out with a base of leaves and we put down some straw or some hay over top of that, some more leaves. Then we added a whole bunch of horse manure. And if you're trying this at home, you definitely want to make sure that the horse manure that you get doesn't contain different chemicals that have herbicides or things in them. A lot of the feed, a lot of the hay that the horses will eat, sometimes they will spray things such as graze onto that hay that they grow, harvest it, bale it, and then feed it to the horses. That stays trapped into the manure. So when you pile it up like this and try to make a garden bed out of it, if it has that graze on or other such things in it, it's going to stay in there and it's going to act as a killer to your plants. So you want to always check to make sure you know where your materials are coming from that you're using. And to that, we're going to use some hydrated lime. We're just going to put it on kind of thin. And if you're going to use this garden quite soon, this is faster acting than some of the other limes they have. They have time released limes. They're kind of granulized so that they release over time. This is more of a lime that's going to be quick to work into the soil. It's going to be fast acting. It doesn't have a lot of breakdown time. So we're just going to put a little bit of that on here. Doesn't need a lot, just kind of a coating. So we've added all our materials to the bed. Now we're going to stir this. I've got the coating of lime on it. We're going to stir it all in and we're going to mix this in so that we can get it all blended, and then we'll go from there. So we've stirred in all the amendments there. We've gotten the leaves mixed in. We've gotten the sawdust mixed in. We've mixed in the lime, and we tried to mix it in, incorporate it into the top 3 inches or so of the soil. And you don't have to get every single thing turned into the soil. If you get the majority of it, it'll be fine for your garden. What we're hoping to demonstrate here is to show that you can grow a small garden bed fairly easy with minimum cost and minimum supplies. And most of these supplies that you do get, you can find usually around a neighborhood. Maybe if you have a farmer outside of the town limits. So we're going to go ahead and pick a spot. We're going to clean out an area here, make a row. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to replace that horse manure and all that with a little bit of seed starting mix. What will happen is these seeds will grow. They'll grow into this mix, and then their roots will grow beyond the mix into the base, which is the composted manure, and they'll do fine. So we're going to take our pea seeds and we're going to plant them about 1 inch down and about 2 inches apart. Just cover them over lightly. You can make this as difficult. You can make this as complex or as easy as you want. You can get a tool to plant those with, or you could just plant them simply by hand like we're doing right here. So we just cover them over, push them down a little bit, and add some water. Water them in good, and we'll check on them here in a little bit. One quick note about seeds before we wrap up this video. There are typically 3 different types: heirloom, there are hybrid, and there are GMO. GMO stand for genetically modified organisms, and typically in the gardening fields you want to stay away from those. Hybrids are typically a cross between 2 different varieties of the same type of plant, and they are usually bred to try to select the best genetics from or characteristics from both types in order to get a suitable or favorable offspring plant that has different traits that you're trying to breed for specific traits with that. And then lastly, the heirlooms are typically your open pollinated true seeds. They are not cross, they are exact variety, and typically with those you can usually save the seed and replant those in the next year. So just a little bit about seeds, and if you're new to gardening, I hope this has been helpful for you. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.